Anong dala mo today, boy?
Ito lang pagkain namin ngayon. Puto lang boy
Puto?
for my dinner.
Dinner yan, puto.
Yes sir.
Ano bang dala natin ngayon? Ang dala natin ngayon ay Pinoy pride at Pinoy pressure.
Mhm.
Some heavy stuff right there.
Bigatin yan, bigatin.
So, Pinoy pride, Pinoy pressure. How would you describe Pinoy pride?
Um, Pinoy pride lang para sa akin para sa akin lang, pagiging proud lang na Pinoy ka, na hindi ka nahiya na Philippines is a third world country, so parang I mean, I think there's lots of discrimination out there
Yeah.
towards us, but we're lucky na nandito tayo ngayon sa Canada na hindi ganon grabe, and people are generally nice to everyone because multicultural yung but yeah, pride is just, to me, pagiging proud na at hindi mo ikinahiya na you're from a country that is still struggling and still developing to this day.
I think there's a lot of, especially here, I don't know, like Canada overall, but here in Vancouver, does it feel like now there's a lot of hatred, I guess, or racism towards. Honestly, I think people are, happy to have like a Filipino friend or something like that. But you know what's crazy is like inwards, like tayo mga Filipino or like families. There's a lot of like expectations, and I think that's kind of like the pressure part comes in. Na parang, I feel that we are being forced to be a good human being, a good student, a good brother, a good whatever it might be, a good partner to your partner, that kind of stuff. Like you need to just be good as a person, and that pressure always comes in. Or what about you? What do you feel? So I guess like for me, that's how I feel. Na parang, especially like mag-isa ako, so I don't have like wala akong siblings, but I have you guys. But I feel like I'm expected to be a good role model for you guys. If that makes sense.
So para sa iyo is yung that's what there's a pressure na parang
you need to be like the best person. Like you need to be the best in the room. You need to be a top one student. I feel like it's just a Filipino thing, or is it just?
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think it's I feel like it's a very Asian.
It's definitely, yeah, a Filipino and Asian thing na I think that nanggaling yun kasi like syempre we're from, especially the Philippines, mahirap na countries, and yung mga parents natin is from really a tough life na they came from a hard upbringing na the only way they know na makaahon is by school. So I think that's where it's come from. They think school is everything, na kailangan you need to be the best because there are a lot of people sa Pilipinas and there is very little to none
Yeah.
opportunities para sa lahat. So when you're in a place like that, parang kailangan mo talaga mag-stand out. So I think that's where
The
they are coming
pressure.
from. That's, yeah, and then they're probably not thinking that. It's maybe subconscious na ipinush nila sa atin kasi parang for them it was hard growing up, that they had to work early in their life, that okay, now it's too
Kasalanan
late
ko pa
for
yun.
us. It's, yeah.
Charot lang.
Ano yan? Ano yan?
Kasalanan ko pa yun, ha? Charot.
Yeah, but I think
Ano ba?
yes, I think dun ang galing yun na parang it's too late for us, so you are the only hope of our family, na
But,
parang
where I think this is an important thing sa mga Pilipino. That utang na loob. Like, from the root of that, na parang, oh, naghirap kami para sa inyo. We struggled through mountains, naglakad kami for 3 hours just to get to work, just to feed you, that kind of stuff. And now you're here. And now we can do this stuff.
Mm.
You can do whatever you want. You have a car, you have a place that you can live in, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a very general thing in the Filipino culture, in the Filipino, you know, community, yung utang na loob. I don't know what the direct meaning of it in English, but how would you describe this utang na loob na parang that's been kind of like pressured for us, especially in our generation?
Um, utang na loob, utang na
Utang na
loob,
loob.
'no? Grabe nga yung utang na loob na yun. But
Because
I don't know, it's hard for me, for my case because I think, swerte ako na yung especially yung mama ko, she's not like that as a parent, so maybe I have a different view on it, but I
well, what's
experienced
your
utang na loob
experience?
from other kind of, from other relatives, and
Interesting.
it's I don't
Not to
know,
just
it's
ask
hard
it.
it's hard to, it's a bad feeling na pagka yung, may ibang tao like parents or relative na like pinamumuha sa'yo na you will be like nothing, or you won't achieve
You
what
won't
you are
be where you
achieving
are, yeah.
without
Because
them.
yeah, that's
It's
the
a
thing.
hard feeling, man.
Yeah,
I experienced that very, very much with, my other relatives. Not
may other
from my
relatives ko rin naman yan.
yes, other our relatives, but not necessarily my parents. My
But
but
let's go back to that because I feel like I feel the same way in terms
mm,
of like kay mama na parang um I feel like it is because I'm an only child and then
mm-hmm,
she's the only one like just like I don't have my dad kind of thing. She doesn't want to
mm,
feel ayaw niyang i-burden ako
mm,
about it. And I think it is very what's the word? Very unique for different people to people. But this is where I think it's nakikita mo pa rin or nafe-feel mo pa rin in the Filipino culture about that utang na loob. Like maririnig mo pa
mm,
rin or like
yeah,
from your other relatives or from our relatives na yung utang na loob is wala kang utang na loob, ba't ka ganyan sa akin? You wouldn't be here. That kind of stuff, right? Like, how does it, like, sa tingin mo, or does it ever affect you somehow, some way, this utang
it
na loob?
does. It does. I think everybody gets affected by that because it hurts. It hurts because, like when I experienced it, I remember feeling, I don't know, so down, like really, really bad. Because kasi as you know, I had to move out. We
Mm-hmm.
have to move out from our relatives' house, and
Yeah.
they some people don't like that because they think you're
Wala kang utang na loob.
yeah, wala kang
Basically.
utang na loob na parang I don't know, that you're abandoning them, or like you
Yeah.
don't care about them, or I don't know why they were saying that, but it hurts, man. It hurts, and yeah, it hurts. I don't know if I but it hurts, yeah.
But
What do you think? What do you think?
I honestly, I do feel bad too. And I think that
Yeah.
that's the mental part that is kind of like draining.
Mm,
Because there is na parang breaking point, right? I feel like everyone has their own breaking point. Like, parang hindi mo na kaya na magbigay ng magbigay nang hindi mo iniisip yung sarili mo. Di
yeah.
ba? Like, you have to think about yourself. Because, like, that's one of the reasons I moved too. Is like, you have to think about yourself. No matter how much you want to stay. Like, let's say, if I wouldn't say it was toxic, honestly, it was more like, you're not growing. I think that's
Mm,
the new thing about, like, our generation is you want to keep growing.
mm,
Like, you want to have your own family. And you don't want to have this feeling na parang hindi ka nag-grow. You keep relying on your family na
mm,
parang, you know, you need to keep living with them. dahil may utang na loob ka sa kanila, that you were in this situation because of them. Like
Mm,
that's the thing for me, right? But at the same time, it does like it feel bad na parang, oh, I have to leave. Like, me staying here is kind of like payment sa utang na loob. That's how I feel
mm.
about like me
Yeah,
moving
but
out, because I lived by myself for a while, right?
yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like
But yeah, I think we have different experiences.
very
I mean,
unique
different
actually.
experience right now,
We,
right? Because I live with my mom still,
mm,
and you live by your own. And
more all
I
over,
think
yeah.
in our Filipino culture, it's very what do you call it? Na traditional na parang yung parents natin stay with us, unlike sa western like societies na parang at 18 you have to move out, you have to
But
um
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say like that's kind of like one of the other things that I wanted to ask is like you living here in Canada, that we are also like, you know, nakita natin yun or nafe-feel natin yun from like other people, from our friends that are
Mhm.
like, again, like Western na parang, you have to live by yourself, you need to be individual. Pero like, as Filipinos, we're always like family, lagi magkasama.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find yourself balancing between all of that? Like,
I
no
think
balance.
a lot of Filipinos, especially sa na nakatira pa rin sa Pilipinas na they don't really try to live their parents, and I think it's a good thing actually for me. I think we might have a different
Mm-hmm.
opinion on that, but unless you're maybe your parents or they want to live by themselves too, I think you need to give them that freedom. But
Exactly, yeah.
as yeah, as um as an anak, you shouldn't be always reliant on your parents. So even if you're living with them, you have to take responsibility of yourself.
Mm.
Maybe it starts with cleaning your own room, preparing your own, washing your own clothes, maybe doing chores in the house. Because just because you're living with your parents doesn't mean na hindi ka matututong maging responsable para sa sarili mo. You can try to
Mm.
learn how to cook. I when on when I was on my peak sa like gymming, I was like making food for myself. I can't really make food for everybody in the house because I kind of have a different diet, so they still cook for themselves, but I was cooking for myself. And yeah, I think there is a balance. Even though you live in
Mm.
other country than the Philippines, you can still stay with your mom. It's not about you having utang na loob, but like you feeling for your parents that you want to be as much as with them. Because especially me, I think if my mom wants to live by herself, I would give her that freedom. But our I think our parents are getting older by the year, so I don't know, we have to
Yeah.
take the opportunity na let's be with them more and create more memories that we can carry on when we get older. But if it comes to that point that I want to settle down as well, um I don't know. I think we'll see when we get there, but there is still a chance now. I want to bring my mom with me just because I want her to be. I don't know. I want her to be like looking after my kids,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
stuff.
But I think it's very our I get why our situation is so unique that I feel like people might not get anything from it. Pero
Yeah.
like, what would you? Kasi for me, I'll be honest. Like, I feel like I got pressured in a way. Not pressured
Mm-hmm.
na sinabihan ka na you need to move out and you need to be by yourself. Pressured in a way that you have this mentality of how you should be in the future.
Mm,
And the only way that you could be in that position is if you live by yourself. If you try to grow like nang walang tumutulong sa'yo, ikaw lang, all that kind of stuff.
mm,
But like, that's not. a very Filipino way, no? Na parang, no matter what, like, it doesn't make sense for you to move out financially, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, right? And that's why it's like always that kind of like, as a Filipino, like, or even any Asian, I feel like it's like you need to live as much as you can with your family until you get married, because it
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's financially it doesn't make sense, right? So it's like I feel like I got pressured to be able to grow and see myself like growing and growing and growing and be successful by being, you know, alone. And that's again very westernized. So for
Yeah.
me, it's not even like I feel like you're in the other spectrum where I feel like you're still kind of like keeping that Filipino
Yeah.
like vibe, but I'm on the other spectrum where I feel like
Yeah. I know. We're on the
I am
opposite
very
right now.
where it's like very 20%. I'm 20% Filipino, 80% like westernized na Canadian kind of vibe. So like I don't know, like I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like um how do I balance it? I guess it's the same thing. Like just keep seeing your family, no? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
have you seen those kind of things where it's like there's so many things going on that you don't really have time to like be with your family and that kind of stuff. Like you still have to find that balance where you have to see them at least like once a month kind of thing. Right?
Yeah.
If you're living by yourself, you're living with your partner now or whatsoever, like you just have you need to have time. Because there's at the end of the day, like they're the most important part of your life, right? Like
Yeah.
having the family, no matter how much utang na loob they have and that kind of stuff, right? Like you just need to see them. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
how do you like that's the thing? How do you even let's go back to the utang loob. How do you even like if you have someone in your family that keeps going to you like, hey mate, wala kang utang na
But
loob,
I
ah.
wanna go back before
Oh,
we move on.
we're going back to going
No,
back.
no, I want because like I feel like there's a lot of Filipinos out there that don't want to move out, and I don't know, because I
Well, I mean,
mean, you,
if they don't want to move out, but they can't move out, what would you do?
yeah.
They want to
Oh,
move
but they
out.
can't move out.
They want to move out, but they can't move out. Like maybe
But
financially,
I wanna go in the first option as well. Before I go there, but you
pretty
know,
personal.
you don't have. I don't think you have to move out. I mean, you
But it's so
like.
hard, boy. Like it's so hard to
I mean,
like
now I'm saying like you don't have.
mentally. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. You don't have to move out if you feel the pressure, because like I don't know, it has to be like, to me, you don't, I don't know, you don't kind of listen to the pressure from the outside.
Mm.
And like I don't know, I just don't think that just because other people think that it's, it's good to be by themselves and that's how they grow,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily listen to them. You have to see your case and see if that is good for you. You don't need to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Exactly. But
pressured. And there's it's not a wrong thing to be with your family and grow by yourself with your family. I think you can find the balance and not
mm,
necessarily feel the pressure that you have to leave your parents, because I don't know. I mean, sometimes, especially in Vancouver, Canada, expenses are very high.
mm,
And when you live with your parents, you kind of help them and they help you with the
but
expenses.
I
So,
get that. Like that's the thing. It's very unique. Like I feel like in my situation, like I
yeah.
didn't really have like a room to. That was the other thing. I didn't have
Oh,
like a
yeah, yeah.
room to sleep in, and it's like you wanted to cook, but it's either like
Yeah, in your case, yeah,
it's
you
very
kind of,
unique, right? Like
yeah, yeah,
mentally and physically, it doesn't make sense. And
yeah.
that's where what I'm saying is basically like, oh, alam mo that there's this option to move out.
Hmm.
What I'm saying is that if I'm in the Philippines, it's not even in my mind to move out. But in my mind, when I
Hmm.
got here, it's not like that's the pressure that I'm talking about. Na parang, oh, westernized pressure. Na parang, you can do it. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
not people telling you, but there is that option. It is doable, but it is a lot more hard work. It's a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
more hard work na parang you will see kind of improvement in a way. But
yeah,
for if you've really ingrained that Filipino culture, it's like you stay with your family and really just sacrifice and be patient. Right at the end of the day, there is also that para reward by being with them and staying with them.
yeah. I
So
think, yeah,
there is like
that's
it's very unique, right?
Yeah, it's I guess yeah, you're right with that. It depends on the situation that you
mhm.
have. If you feel the pressure na parang the only reason you're staying with them is because you have that utang na loob, that is not a good feeling. I think
It's
if
not.
you
Yeah.
think it's for your best interest na parang,
Yes.
you
I
know,
think
I
that's the
need to
most
move
important part.
out and, you know, I can still support them while I'm away by myself, you have to do it. But I'm
Mhm.
saying that also, you know, if you're staying for like for just for the family and you have a good relationship with your family and you feel the pressure from the westernized society, then
I think you
I
shouldn't do
don't
that.
think
Yeah.
you have to. But yeah,
Yeah. You
like
don't
who
have to.
said, if you're in that situation, then it's not a good thing. You have to think about yourself.
But again, this is the
But
thing.
yeah,
In
yeah,
my opinion, the only reason it makes sense for me, right? And you know, I think especially now, there is
mm,
you can kind of live off in a way, in some way, by not moving up in your where you work. Right? You can
mm,
technically like live and be happy, you can travel, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to necessarily move up the ladder. But I think for a lot of people, what tends to happen is they're like, I don't know what to do. I can't really move up by myself. I'm stuck in this situation. Like mentally, physically, it doesn't make sense for me to stay in this situation where with my family, and they're not really doing anything to improve themselves, right? So work more. Are you actually like working two jobs, three jobs to be able to
yeah,
save up and then you can have your own place? You're not, right? And again, it might be hard because you're mentally like drained already because you come home
yeah. I
and you're
know.
like that. But
Yeah. So
like this is what I tell when I hear this kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, if you're working two jobs or three jobs or in your school and then you have another job, you're not gonna be at home a lot. So it's kind of like
yeah,
you're distracting yourself from that thing, which is I wouldn't say it's a good thing, but I think you have to see that in order for you to like get out of that situation, you also have to like, kind of like look from within, like from yourself. Like, what am I doing to actually improve my situation? Like, am I
mm,
just like, always posting on social media how I feel, or am I actually like working my ass off to get into that situation? Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you kind of have to look within yourself and be like, oh, I want to be in that situation, but all I do is cry about it and rant about it. Like, am I actually
Yes,
doing something to be in that? Again, it's hard. Like, you need to have that motivation. But I think motivation, what kills
excuse me.
motivation is that discipline. Then, like, if yes, it's hard to have two jobs, but you need to have that two jobs in order for you to have, to be able to live by yourself. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I think
That's how I
that's
see
true.
it.
That it's true that na parang sinasabi mo na you have to say that it's hard. It's not. We're not saying that na
It is
you know
hard, yeah.
it's easy that anybody can do it. It takes an effort if you,
Very.
especially sa Pilipinas. Like I know I heard from my friends there na parang you know you work a lot of hours in your job and then yung traffic pa it adds to it na parang halos wala ka nang magagawa when you get home. You're so tired and I think that takes that takes a toll on you na you just like you said pagod ka na mentally physically so it's hard to even think about another another job or
It's very
making
hard,
an
yeah.
effort to
Mm.
see how you can make a couple more bucks and if you but if you if you feel like you should na parang you need to make a change you have to really work for it you need if you are not feeling well in your situation I think there's something wrong and there's needs to be changed so
Yeah. I mean, you been in that situation where you feel like you've just been kind of like stuck and like you have no motivation. Like anong ginagawa mo? Because like
um yeah
I don't know, like not necessarily like very Filipino kind of thing, but like we all get to that situation of wala kang motivation. But I think people need to find their center ground. Na parang this is your
mhm.
reset kind of thing. Like what would you do? What did you do? I guess.
I think routine helps for me I
But I
think
think routine helps. Yeah.
yeah routine helps doing everything the same thing every day it sounds a little bit
It's
bad, but
weird. Mm-hmm.
I think it keeps you grounded na parang you wake up, you do like maybe I don't know for you, do you run at
Yeah.
night or in the
That's my
morning?
that's my thing now. But I think I realized that running is one of those things that not everyone will enjoy,
Mhm.
and like something that I necessarily don't really like. Oh, I run a 5K regularly, but it's like I'm not as tired because that's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed doing it, but it's also like other people might enjoy something. What I did is just looked at what I like a couple of years ago, something that I like to do in high school. I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I like to be like competing to myself, not even other people. Na parang I need to improve my runs. So like from grade 8, you we're doing a run. Grade 9, we're doing a run in high school. Grade 10, we're doing a run in high school. And it's like every year, it's not even like looking at who's the fastest guy and who's that kind of thing. It's like every year I want to keep improving myself. And after grade 10, it's like it stops. So it's
Mhm.
like you have to kind of like look what you like before, like, and how you kind of get that motivate. And I think routine, it's weird because no matter what, routine will help. But I think because I read this thing, you need to have a buddy that motivates you to be in that part of your routine,
Mhm.
right? And for us, this is our like you and I are the buddies to be able
Yeah.
to routinely do this. So like
Yeah.
for me, like going into next year, like I want to be able to kind of like construct something. I actually read it in a book. I forgot the name of the book now. I think it's $1 Million Weekend.
Yeah.
Where it's like you need to have a buddy, and then every Sunday or something or whatever day you might be, your buddy needs to send you something, and I will send you something like, hey, my plan for this year was to post like 6 shorts for the whole week for
Yeah.
our YouTube. I didn't do that, and then you're gonna be coming to me and be like, hey, why didn't you do that?
Make
Kind
you
of thing.
accountable. Yeah.
Accountable, like yeah, that's what they call it, accountability buddy, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for running, like I have a buddy, but I haven't like told them like, hey, you need to make me accountable. Like you need to actually push me to run because I haven't run. That kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Like you need to have accountability buddy because at the end of the day, it's we need to have someone to be able to kind of like push us, right?
Mhm.
But the routine does help. Like you routinely, but there is like that balance where it's like you don't want to burn out from it because I think we've kind of like you and me, like we communicate like, hey, we don't want to keep doing this every day because we're gonna
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
be tired of it, or like this week, like we also have like a busy life, and like let's figure out a balance where it's like maybe we do take a break or maybe we do it at a different time. So I think that accountability buddy helps when it comes to like getting that you know grounded, like being feeling grounded na parang
Mm.
everything sucks, but I know you have this constant in your life that you could be
Yeah.
happy
I
about.
think
Yeah.
I think also, we na parang nagpe-preach tayo na kailangan you need to do more, you need to find
Yep.
like another job. But also another thing na for me that helps is finding a balance na hindi ka lang puro trabaho. Maybe
Yep. I think that's very
you're
important.
doing a lot of work, or maybe you're doing student and I mean studying at the same time na parang like every day of the week you're doing something. Maybe after a year or something you're gonna burn out. And to me what works is like I have to have like a day or two that I can do my stuff, like maybe work out or maybe play some chess just to relax, just to get away from the hard work. Because
Everything.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, because when you do like things, because I did like maybe like full-time at work and then full like kind of full-time in school. It's hard. It's like you're at work 5 days a week and then you have school for the other days. It's not easy. And also, I mean, if you're working on towards something, like maybe you're trying to move out and maybe you're desperately like you don't really feel good staying, then you have to kind of like tiisen. But after a while you need to also have a balance na, like you said, Chris, you can run and
To
you
be
kind
enjoying.
of,
Yeah.
yeah, you get that routine for
Mhm.
yourself that you can ease and then just relax.
Yep.
But
But I
yeah.
think what I'm getting at here is like that being alone sometimes helps. I think, especially here,
Mhm.
like in Canada, like it feels like there's not enough time to be alone. It's just basically when you sleep.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
enjoying yourself and enjoying something that
Mm.
you like to do by
Yes.
yourself is important,
Yes.
right? Reading a book, there's so many things. Like, and have you seen that? The more you mess around, the more you find out. That kind of thing, right? The
Yeah.
more you mess around, the more you find out. Like you never know if you like running if you never run. You never
Mhm.
know if you like reading if you actually never read. But I think when you want to start doing those stuff, don't just do it for one day. Because it's like, oh, one day you're not gonna get any result from that. Like from running, from reading. Do it consecutively for at least like, 7 days or two
Yeah,
weeks or
and I
whatever.
think yeah, I
Yeah.
think people are making a mistake of doing a lot on the first day, on the first
Yeah,
week.
that's the
You
other
gotta
thing.
start small. Like for running, just do 10 minutes running like for the
Yeah.
first day, for the second day. Just try to do it little by little until it becomes a habit that you kind of want to just go run now because you like running now.
Yeah. And that's the same thing. Like I heard from someone like, oh, like I could see that you go to the gym. So how do you like enjoy it? And it's like, actually, I didn't really enjoy it, but it just became a habit. Like I just did things
Mm,
that I like to begin with. Like I like
mm,
to, just do squats or something. That's what he was
yeah.
doing or something. That's what he just started doing. And now it becomes a routine and he just do squats every day. And then he comes into the
Mm,
gym. And now he just keeps adding up and adding up. But he doesn't want to keep burning himself out. And now he's in that
mm,
situation that you can see that he's fit, but it's not like, he enjoys it. It becomes part of the
yeah.
routine kind of
But
thing.
I
You can't
like that
just
you also yeah.
what do you say? Well,
I like that you also said that sometimes you need to be alone to see if you like things and maybe kind of like talk to yourself, right? Self reflection, especially for us Filipinos, we always are around
yeah.
people. We always want to go
We have
everywhere
so
with
many
somebody.
voices. We have so many voices too
Hmm.
from our family, from our
Hmm.
community. Like I think you just need to find out who you are as a person, and then the best way is to just be alone. I think.
Yeah. You need to find out who you are by yourself, be alone in those thoughts, and see how you talk through with those thoughts.
And I think like just to kind of like end it all, you need to have an utang na loob to yourself. Like that's what
Mm.
I think the big
Bars.
the you need to have an utang na loob to yourself na parang you know you need to be grateful for what you've done, right? And like mentally do something that you like to do. Because at the end of the day, like, there are a lot of people that truly cares for you, family wise, friends, whatever it might be. Pero you also need to find out who you are as a person, what you like to do, which people you really love to enjoy with, all that kind of stuff. Like you need to find out for yourself because mentally that's the most important part. I think we have
Mm,
so many voices. We have social media. We have, you might be listening to this, but I think that the most important that starts from within you. Like as Michael
yes,
Jackson
sir.
said, the man in the mirror, right?
Grabe mga ano
Mga
ngayon,
bars
ah.
na. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but I think that's good. Yeah, I think you have. I mean, I like that you said gratitude too because I think sometimes we just kind of take things for granted, and I
Yeah.
don't know. We need to be grounded. We always try, as humans, we get bored easily that we
Yeah.
try the more extreme the next time, more extreme the next time that we forget that, oh wait, I just left the house to go to work and I was safe. I'm grateful that
Exactly.
I just woke up
You
right
know
now,
what? Like no one does
you
that as
have
as
to be
much. Yeah.
you
Like
have to be thankful for the little things because that's how you become like, I don't know, mentally
I told you,
unwell.
utang na loob to yourself. You got to that
Yes.
point. You need to be
Yes.
glad. You need to be grateful that you got to that point. You need to be grateful that you have a food to eat. You need to be.
Yes.
You need to be happy that you have a partner. Need to be happy that your mom's that kind of stuff. You need to just have the utang na loob to yourself because you got to that point because
Yes.
of you, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, just you gotta keep working hard for it because at the end of the day, it's
Yes.
just you and you can push yourself out of that situation.
Yes. 100% agree. Dahil
naubos,
dyan,
naubos na
mga
yung
insan.
naubos na yung pagkain ko
Ubus na.
bago ano eh.
Wow. I mean, that's a very nice episode.
Yeah.
Nasa muli mga
Wala ba tayong
But
outro? Wala ba tayong outro?
yeah,
Pero like,
you haven't. Yeah.
I hopefully you guys can get something out of this, and I think that's again that's what we want this to be, is for you guys to get something. We don't want you to copy us. We don't want you to do
Mhm.
what we did. I want you to get something out of it. Na parang, you know what? I'm inspired. I need to actually do this. I need to wait. Whatever you talking about, I want to go play basketball because that's what I liked to do before. Like that
Mhm.
kind of stuff. Like, do something that get you out of that grunt into the like physically,
Yes.
mentally. I think well, all of us like we look at mentally, physically stuff like exercising and stuff, but it's also very important to look at it like mentally kung ano yung pwede mong gawin. And again, utang na loob sa sarili mo.
That's if you
That's
forgot
deep,
everything
man.
we said,
Ulitin mo na lang
just
ulit.
remember. Ha?
Panoorin mo na lang ulit kung nakalimutan na yun.
No, I mean, if you nakalimutan mo lahat ng sinabi namin ngayon, the one thing we would like you to remember is you have to have utang na loob to yourself. And be
Damn.
grateful, man. That's it.
Bars, man. That was bars.
Yes, sir. That's grabe yun.
Grabe.
Grabe yung pinagugutan nun. Lalim.
Ang dami, man.
Yeah,
May
yeah.
pinagdadaanan.
Yeah,
May
man, that's-
pinagdadaanan ba tayo? Ba't ganito yung hugot natin?
marami man, marami
Marami
utang na loob.
Wala tang na loob eh.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I think just if you like the video, do whatever you want. We
Do
don't
whatever you
we don't
want.
want to force you anything. And yeah, I don't know.
We'll be here. We'll be here every Friday. Yeah, keep listening. Whew, that was deep. That's it. We're gonna need to reflect on the things that I said and actually like use it.
Like what?
Like actually like think about it more.
Yes. Yeah.
I think we already both do a lot of these things, but yeah. It's a matter of like keep doing it.
Yes, sir.
We're also not perfect.
That's it, I think, for
No,
today's
that's
video.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe because we already finished the food, so that
it.
means that's the that's the end of the video.
Dapat pag tapos na yung pagkain, tapos na ba yung movies?